Hello, church family. It is a glorious Wednesday, and I am happy to be bringing you a word of encouragement. Last week's sermon paid attention to Psalm 86, and verse 1 of Psalm 86 says something to the effect of, "Bend down, O Lord, and listen to my prayer. I need your help. Bend down, O Lord, and hear my prayer because I need your help." When I get a visual image of what that looks like, it reminds me of when I was a young child, maybe ages 3, 4, and I still had not learned yet how to get a knot out of my shoelaces, let alone probably tie my own shoes, at least respectably. But I would get knots in my shoes a lot of times, and it would frustrate me so because I'd work hard at trying to get the knot out, but eventually I'd have to go to someone bigger and older than me and plead with them to get down on their knees and pay attention to the knot in my shoe because I needed their help. I would get knots in my shoe because maybe I tried to tie it on my own but didn't do so well. I would get knots in my shoes sometimes running through the fields that had tall grass, and the tall grass and the weeds would pull on your shoelaces and create a knot. And then sometimes I'd get knot in my shoes because I didn't want to have to untie them to take my foot out of them. And then I didn't want to have to untie them and retie them over because I wanted to be able to just slip my foot back into them. It's that way in life. We find ourselves with knots in things in life, whether it's a marriage relationship, whether it's a child-parent relationship, whether it's where we're at in our vocation, whether it's where we're at in our academic and educational pursuits, whether it's in friendships, whether it's in bad habits. We oftentimes do get to a place where we have a knot in those things. And we have to remind ourselves, like that little child when we were 3 or 4 years old, we probably would do best to plead with someone to hear our cry for help because we need them. And of course, that right person to do that to in any avenue of our lives that we feel we have obtained a knot is God. To call out to God, as the psalmist encourages, to bend down and to essentially untie the knot and retie the shoe as it should be. I hope that's a word of encouragement to you that will lead you to ponder today, where do I have knots that need to be loosened up, where the laces need to be retied, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a career issue, whether it's an economic issue, whether it's a friendship issue, whether it's a need issue. I encourage you, whether it's something that you caused by originally trying to tie the shoelace, but you really didn't know how yet, whether it's a knot you created by going through the tall weeds of sin, whether it's a knot you created just because maybe you were feeling a little bit lazy and didn't want to have to untie and retie the shoe. God, I promise you, as we find in Psalm 86, is ready to bend down, hear your plea, and to help you untie that knot and retie the shoe, laced up as it should be. And I pray that's what you experience today in some part of your life where you see a knot. God bless you all. Take care.